Hello Taurus, thank you again for watching my channel. Johnny Alchemy here. We're going to be doing your yearly tarot card reading for the year 2024. A little overview of what may happen, things you're letting go, how your year may turn out, and things you will be learning as well. So again, this is going to be a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, all that good stuff. Everything here is to empower you and your power of choice to create the reality that you want. Okay, so let's start it off. Let's talk about some things you may be leaving or taking with you from 2023. What I see here, number one, we got the Nine of Swords here. Nine of Swords, if there really is anything that was on your mind, like constantly from 2024, any type of things like that kept you up at night, any type of pain or like mental mind games or anything that caused any type of disruption to your sleep, you know, I have a feeling for some of you, you're going to be really letting that go as you come into 2024. I say that even more so with the Five of Wands as well. Any type of conflict, if there's anyone who really you butted heads with, argued with a lot, anything like that. Here it's saying like you know, you're going to get rid of those relationships that may have caused this Nine of Swords energy. You know, anyone who really just made you so frustrated in your mind or anything like that. Anyone who was very toxic would trigger you or anything along those lines. So here's really getting rid of those like very argumentative or conflicting relationships, as well as coming in with a better peace of mind. We also got the High Priestess here in reversed. So here it's really telling me that I think you're going to learn to trust your intuition as you're coming into 2024. Maybe this is something that you've wanted to do or maybe struggled with for some of you, to connect deeper with yourself, your higher power, whatever it may be. Maybe some of you have maybe felt a little disconnected from your spirituality in 2023. So here I really think it really opens up, you know, the opportunity to reconnect now in 2024. If that's something that was if you're something you were interested in, or something where you wanted to, get back into as well. Let's pull out some clarification cards for these and see what we got. Yeah, love that. Oh, nice. Love that too. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let's start off here. So really, in terms of that Nine of Swords energy, as I said, we got the Eight of Pentacles as well. Something is telling me here that you really, like, if this was a problem for some of you, if this does resonate in terms of things on your mind that really kept you up or took up a lot of headspace, you know, in your mind, you really did a lot of work to address those things or handle them the best you can. That Eight of Pentacles energy is telling me that, you know, you've done a lot of work. You've learned to kind of master your mind in a certain sense, to calm it, as I see with some of these other cards, which I will get into. So really with that Eight of Pentacles, really it says prudence, you know. So it says, like, you know, with discipline, like, you know, maybe you've learned to discipline your mind more, to control like they used to call it, like, you know, the monkey mind. You know, the monkey mind always wants to think about something, distracted about something, you know, whether it be good or bad, you know, but you've learned to discipline it to focus, you know, on the things that are important or the things that really need your attention, which is awesome. With that Five of Wands energy reversed, again, we go to the Six of Wands, which is awesome. So really, it goes from all of this conflict with all of these people, and finally you leave it on horseback with victory. You know, the Six of Wands energy is saying you're instead of the people around you fighting you, now the people around you are you know, who surround you are like celebrating you. You know, for some of you, it could be leaving relationships that really, or friendships, you know, it doesn't have to be romantic, you know, but any type of relationship, could even be family for some of you, where it really just was not a good situation. You left and you've become victorious from doing so. You've learned to choose yourself over other people, which is wonderful. On top of that High Priestess card, again, we got another major arcana. We got the Hanged Man. Love seeing this, you know, especially in the reverse, and you got the Hanged Man and he's hanging upside down. Love seeing that because it's really telling me that for some of you, you're really going to take time and take the patience needed to see life from a certain point of view, you know, to learn new wisdom and enlightenment from a different perspective. And for some of you, if it is spirituality, reconnecting, you know, with whatever it is that you believe in, even yourself, your own spirituality and your own needs as well, your deep desires, there's something here telling me that you're going to really take the time throughout the whole year to make that happen. So in terms of that, let's move on to how your year may turn out. So as I said, we got the Four of Swords, you know, from that 9 to the 4. I love seeing this because you see someone who is up all night, you know, grabbing their head, like, you know, like they can't sleep. And now you have someone who is peaceful. This is right in the middle of your reading as well. So really, I think this is going to be a time of peace for you, for some of you out there. Really, it's going to be, as I said, you've disciplined the mind where it doesn't control you anymore. It doesn't make you lose sleep. You took out the things that kept a lot of rent in your mind, and now you just keep the things that give you peace, you know, that give you a sense of just calmness, you know, and you know how to focus on the things that are more important to you and not just every little thing that comes in there. Secondly, we got the Two of Swords. As I said here, you know, I love the Two of Swords because this is telling me there's certain decisions that you're going to have to make for 2024, and it is going to take, with the swords, your mental fortitude, your mental conviction to know exactly and to be very clear about what it is that you want, to have that clarity. So a lot of sword cards here, but I love seeing this because we have the moon right above there. This woman, as she's judging both swords look and feel the same. Her eyesight blindfolded, you know, so she can't even really use her senses to make the judgment. Instead, she has to use her intuition. So that's where I think that High Priestess comes in. You know, it's talking about, you know, really using your intuition and your greater knowing to make certain decisions for this year. So I think if you are presented with any type of big decision or even small decisions, you know, really practice your ability to trust your intuition, to trust your gut feeling, your instincts, whatever it may be, whatever you want to attribute it to. But it's really asking you to use that as you are going through the year, because that's how you get to practice your spirituality and to master your ability of intuition. We also got the Three here of Wands. So here it's telling me, you know, I think there's going to be a certain deliberation process. I think piggybacking off of that Two of Swords here, if you've done anything in 2023 where you've made a lot of progress, especially, and now you're coming to another milestone where you're thinking about moving on to different, trying to figure out what path to take next that will best benefit whatever project or passion or goal this is, you know, there is a certain process where you're going to have to decide what's the best path for me to take. You know, it feels like this is more like a planning and a planning thing, looking for something for that long-term vision, you know. So again, I think here you've already gotten that peace of mind. You've learned to discipline your mind, and now that your mind is calm, you have room for the intuition to flow. You have clear channels, less blockages, where you can finally get that spiritual wisdom, you know, for that to come in and to really guide you throughout this year. Let's pull out some more cards for clarification. Ooh, okay, interesting. Lots of swords for you. Okay, got it. Lots and lots of swords. Okay, so here, I want to talk about this one. So we got the Three of Wands, as I said before. And now we got the Three of Swords. So here, you know, talking about more swords, you know, I really think if there was anything that really caused you a lot of pain in terms of getting to a certain point in your life, you know, a certain project or whatever you made headway on, you know, even self-development, you know, I feel like there's something here talking about spiritual development and self-improvement as well. But here's just learning how to let go of those things that hurt us, you know, coming to peace with them, ripping out these swords from our heart so that we don't have blockages anymore, so that the love that we can discover within ourselves and that the universe provides for us, you know, through our experiences can heal those wounds of pain. So really, I think for here, if there's anything in terms of, as I said, this deliberation process of finding out what the best path to take for the future is, I think really healing your heart and removing any type of pain from loss or pain from past relationships for some of you maybe, or just anywhere where you felt like there was a failure of some kind, you know, and things didn't turn out the way that you want. I think if that is any influencing your decisions at all, I think is something to consider, you know, and understanding like if this path is influenced by that pain, that's not the right path for me, you know, because it's based in pain and hurt, you know, and that's not what you want. You want abundance. You want to thrive. You want to blossom in a certain sense. Let's see, we got the Two of Swords here, and then we got that Five of Wands again. So here, I think, as I said before, as you're making any type of decision, if there's anyone that you left behind in the past, again, any type of person that caused you conflict, anyone who was toxic, don't let them influence your decision. You know, as I said before, you've come to a peace of mind, and in a way, you already know that these people are not good for you. You know, so don't let them creep into your mind, and don't let them take up that space in your mind again. You know, for some of you, maybe as you're going into the new year, they still creep in there sometimes. You know, you may be wondering how they're doing, or like, you know, what they may be thinking about you, or like, you know, what they may be saying about you, or anything like that. But, you know, don't let that influence your decision making at all. You live your own life. You know, you make your decisions, you make it happen, and whether they understand it or not, that's on them, you know? So really it's saying, you know, if there's any type of inner conflict or conflict from other people as you're making decisions throughout the year, understand you're doing it for you. Again, connect with your higher intuition, not just in general, but what it makes sense to you, your deepest desires, your deeper knowing. Connect with that High Priestess energy. So now we got the Four of, as I said, that Four of Swords, and now we got that Seven of Swords here. So here it's really saying, you know, as you're finding this peace of mind, you know, as you created this for yourself, for some of you, or as you will find it throughout the year of 2024, you know, you'll be faced with, you know, multiple things. You know, first is going to be any type of illusions or lies. I think this is really connected to anyone in your past, as I said before, that may have caused you pain or hardship or conflict. Dealing with whatever belief systems that they have thrown on you, or that may have affected your mental state or mental belief systems of yourself, you know, where you really have to analyze them and say, is what they say or what they feel about me true? And if it isn't, then that's something you have to let go, you know, facing the illusions and deceptions that were put upon us, you know, and to relieve ourselves of those things and to realize, no, I want a life of peace. You know, I see this for some of you. I really want a life of peace. I don't want conflict. I don't want people taking up my energy or that space or rent in my head, you know. I just want to just go to sleep peacefully, if that makes sense. And also here with that Seven of Swords, I see something about being very strategic, you know, in terms of maybe how to understand and make these decisions that you may have to make for 2024. There's a certain strategy with that Seven of Swords energy, where it's really saying be tactical, you know, with this peace of mind, you know, it allows you the clarity to make much more clear decisions in terms of how to get things done properly, how to get things done most effectively, you know. So there's something there with that sword energy of the Seven of Swords where, you know, maybe you have come to that peace of mind and now you can use the mind to your benefit, you know. So let's talk about things that you're going to learn from this year, some big takeaways. Love seeing this. We see the Two of Wands right underneath that Three of Wands. As I said before, you know, for anyone who has made big headway on certain projects and trying to figure out how to move forward with them, Two of Wands energy, love seeing this because it's really, I think you're really going to grasp and see that the world is at your fingertips, you know, that you have created a safe and comfort zone for you, like a safety zone for yourself to really plan out and see things in the bigger picture, to see things in the long-term view for some of you, you know, and realize that anything is possible. You know, this person holds the world in their hand, literally. So they understand, you know, like, I'm in a good spot and everything is going to be all right. Now, let me really understand how far I want to go with this. You know, if I see myself 3 years down the road doing something, you know, what are the pitfalls? What are the challenges? And can I handle them? And regardless of what happens, is it still worth it? Would my life be so much more different, and would I be happier doing those things? So you're going to see again all the vantage points of your life, of the decisions that you make for this year, and see all the good, all the challenges, and regardless, you get to choose. You know, you get to choose which one is going to benefit you the most. You know, love seeing this with all these swords. Finally, we got the King of Swords. So as I said before, you know, for some of you, you may have come from like a very hectic or conflicting type of place. You're finding peace right now throughout the year, and you will find mastery over your mental game. Here I love seeing this because not only will you have control and intellect and knowledge to pull from, but I love seeing this because he wears a blue cloak. So it shows empathy, intuition, wisdom on top of just practical knowledge. And this comes right underneath where that what was it, the high priestess was. So here there really is a union here between the things that you've thought about and the things that you're learning from the past year and this upcoming year that is going to turn into true wisdom for you that you can use further down the road, or, you know, in the future whenever you need to turn to it. So really I see a big transformation for you on the mental realm. Also, we got the Hierophant. Love seeing this. You know, I think for some of you, I think you're going to find a lot of benefit from doing things in a very traditional manner. I look to that Seven of Swords in terms of being tactical and being strategic. I think some of you, as you may start to do that or start to go along that line of thinking, you may look toward, like, you know, certain ways of how people do things, you know, following certain rules or certain structured ways of that people may have gotten the results that they wanted out of their life, following certain people, reading about their stories, following in their footsteps a little bit. So I think here it's going to give you more structure, you know, it's going to give you something, a blueprint for you to follow, you know, if that makes sense for some of you in terms of decision making, you know, so we're not just lost in our brain, you know, thinking about all the possibilities of all the good things and the bad things, but really narrowing it down in a certain sense where you can kind of narrow down the decisions to, okay, this is the best way to do something. These things don't work. Just throw them out of my mind and just really focus on the things that really make sense. So let's pull out some more clarification. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So we got that Two of Wands, as I said before, and now we got the Queen of Wands. Love seeing this because, again, you got the King of Wands, you got the Queen of Wands, a divine union. What did I say before? You know, so here it's really becoming clear on what you want. You know, as I said, you're going to get wisdom with that King of Swords energy and control over your mental game. But with the Queen of Wands too, you're going to use that clarity to receive things in your life now. You know, I think here it's saying, you know, with that Two of Wands, as you're planning out, you know, again, you're being very strategic. I love seeing all these swords with you because you're seeing the strategic side of the mind now, you know, how it can benefit you. And now you're ready to receive what the universe is going to give for you. King of Swords, we got the Two of Pentacles here. Harmonious change, you know, here. So I really see here, for those of you that this resonates with so far, going from conflict and possible like mental anguish to harmonious change where you are in control and in power of your mind and your decision making, your communication, all of those types of things. So really I see that big change for you where you come into your seat of power in terms of your mental game. Again, the Hierophant, we got the Eight of Cups here. I really feel like for some of you, whether this be marriage or relationships as well, there's something there saying about the traditional values of marriage as well. Any type of relationships, if that does resonate for some of you, you'll be leaving things in general that just are not fulfilling. You know, this comes in the same line where all those Five of Wands are. If there was anyone or any relationship situation of any kind that was truly unfulfilling, you're going to see that. You know, you're going to see exactly that it's worth leaving and that it's worth choosing you and another path that makes more sense, that will give you that missing cup of fulfillment that lies in the Eight of Cups right there. So let's pull out some more cards to give you some clarity, some major themes. Oh, what did I say before? Oh, yeah. Yeah, what did I say before? Okay, got it. As I said, peace. That Four of Swords right in the middle of your reading, as I said, you've come to a place of peace, or you're going to come into a place of peace, mental peace for some of you for the year 2024. By having this peace, it will give you that clarity of mind, that King and Queen of Swords, to make those proper decisions, to allow things to come into your life and not be guarded by them or to be hurt by them anymore. Now you're able to receive them and to be objective and tactical on how to use them or how to make the best decisions. Unconditional love, this comes right next to that Three of Swords that I pulled before. So here, I think for some of you, if there was any relationships or situations that caused you a lot of pain, You're going to start to learn to heal to heal yourself from that pain this year. There's a lot of healing for you in terms of the mind and the heart. So I just got to show this to you again. You got two hearts literally right next to each other. You know, you got the Three of Swords hurt, and then once you pull out those swords, your heart becomes whole. No more blockages there anymore. Finally, abandon. What did I say with that Eight of Cups right there? You're abandoning situations and people that are not fulfilling to you anymore. So really understand, if you had to leave them in 2023, or if you are planning on just really taking it solo for 2024, maybe that's the best for you. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking time for yourself, doing the single route, living your life, making decisions that are based truly on you without anyone's influence. You know, there's a lot of benefit to rediscovering and finding your power and just being yourself. More cards in terms of big themes. Love it. So as I said, thinker. With all these sword cards, this mental game is real. Like, this is very specific to anyone that this resonates with. But really, for some of you, the thinker, you know, your mental peace is what is on the forefront right now. I think that's where it's heading. Your mental peace. There's a big, you know, journey here from, as I said, anguish to peace, to mastery, to wisdom, to clarity. You know, so there's a lot of mental healing for some of you this year that's going to happen. Soulmates. You know, for some of you, as I said, as you're leaving old relationships or situations that were toxic or that caused you a lot of pain, there could be opportunities for some of you to really find someone who is more in alignment with what you need and what you want in life, and also yourself. You know, this sounds silly, but sometimes we are our own soulmates, if that makes sense. You know, we have to live in our bodies, see each other every day. You know, we have to make peace with ourselves every day. You know, so there's something here telling me that there's a lot of healing on the emotional realm as well. You know, so that you can find new love or be clear with what it is that you want out of love. Milk and honey. I love seeing this card. It's like the land of milk and honey. You know, for some of you, as I said, a big transformation. You know, there's a lot of pain that you are leaving and that you are going to come to peace with and master and learn from. And that you will find this land of milk and honey, this abundance, you know, this peace, this healing, you know, by leaving those situations and coming into your own. Finally, what else we got? Create space. I love that. This plays off of that abandon card and also that Eight of Cups, you know, leaving situations and just having space for yourself. You know, just having space is important because that means that you can now allow new things to come in. As I said with that, Queen of Swords right there, you know, you'll be very clear on what is right and what is wrong for you. And when new opportunities come, you know to allow them in because now you have the space for them. So I think here, in terms of the year for you, you know, it's a lot of clearing out of like relationships, old belief systems that no longer work for you. And now you have the space for new things, new belief systems, new ideas, new people, new situations that are going to benefit you better. So that's kind of what I see here for your year of 2024 for all of you Taurus out there. Wonderful year for some of you. A lot of healing on that mental realm. And I think you're going to be just fine in terms of, like, you know, turning into someone who will know exactly who they are and what they want out of their life and out of their year for the future as well. So again, if this reading did resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment. I love hearing from y'all. And don't forget to subscribe as well. I want to thank everyone who has subscribed so far. Appreciate it so much. I didn't expect that at all this month. But that's all I got for you for now. I hope you have a wonderful start to your year of 2024. But I will talk to you next time. And thank you again so much for watching. Truly appreciate you. I will see you later. Goodbye.